Hey everyone, I hope that you all guys are live right now. And hey, I'm audible to every one of you, all the students of Let's Upgrade, all the Let's Upgraders here. I'm audible. Just tell me that one small thing in the chat right now. I'm like literally waiting for all you guys to send it up here. So yes, we guys are all good to go, I think. Yes, hi. I mean, like, yes, now I can see a few chat responses coming in here. So, okay. So now I would love to introduce our guest of the hour, and he will be like taking up your whole session on like why cyber security is very, 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 very important topic. Why cyber security pays huge amount of money in your this thing. And in the meantime, like I would like love to introduce sir. So, sir is Ajay Agrawal, Mr. Ajay Agrawal, and Ajay Agrawal sir is Senior Vice President at Bridge, what is it? Broadridge, like FinTech company. And at the same time, he has done so many of certification, literally an array of certifications, like all the certification things. If at all you want to know what all certifications it can be done in cybersecurity, you can actually ask sir right now. He's having a huge amount of experience, like very, 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 very huge amount of experience, being a senior vice president at this company. So it is like it's a fintech company, guys. In the fintech company, it means like huge amount of like financial data is to be secured, and all 365 days, 360 degree, the whole attack can happen at any point of time. That means like, okay, he has to be so much on his foot every point of time. Even he's sleeping, he should be like, yes, that security should be there. Okay, so that kind of it is now. Sir is leading a huge team of people in US and India, collaborating and other part of the world. So yep, so now I would love to introduce, like welcome you on board with us in this session. So hello Ajay sir, how are you?
Good. I'm good. Good morning to everyone. Hello. I hope everybody had a good breakfast.
Yes, 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 yes. Hey, okay, guys. Now just please be interactive on the chat right now, guys. We want to be like keep make this session fully interactive, not what we say one-way monologue kind of thing. Just let us do this like fully interactive session. Okay. So yes, now sir, like sir is fully here for like why cyber security pays a huge salary as a profession. So for that. Okay, so I will not be like taking much of your time now. You can go all live and you can talk to the students and you can have your whole talk with them. So yeah, I'll be just going in background and you can just take it ahead from here. Yeah.
Sure. Sure.
Yes.
Yeah. So, welcome all future cyber warriors or cyber defenders. I know Let's Upgrade has given you a good platform for your learning and development in cybersecurity space. What I heard is close to 15,000 students are pursuing cybersecurity courses on a Let's Upgrade platform, which is a huge number for a startup which has came in last 6-7 months, and they have already crossed 1 lakh user base, student base, which is huge in number. And I wish them a best of luck, and thank you for giving me this opportunity to interact with the new cyber defender, next generation of them, and guide them if I can be add any value to them. So before we start the topic on discussion on this, we let us sit back and go through the some of the important as things which has happened during the cyber world. So what is the cyber security? It is protecting data from any unauthorized, any malicious user to modify, delete, or take away. So cybersecurity is protecting your computer, servers, mobile, wherever the technology, wherever data is exist, even your Alexa or your IoT devices, anything, protecting from unauthorized, approved access, modification, deletion, and addition. So that is what the cybersecurity is all about, in a nutshell, in very layman language, if I need to say. Now, the next thing we should understand is why cybersecurity is gaining importance now. Uh, there are a number of increase of the breaches, data breaches has increased in multifold, and that is where the cybersecurity is taking importance and getting talked in a boardroom and getting talked at a highest level. When any country's president meeting other countries prime minister or president, one of the top risk or top topic which is getting discussed is cyber war or cyber world or cyber security. So it has gained the importance of that nature in today's world. And why it has gained? Because the number of attacks has increased multifold. Everything is becoming online. You must have seen in this COVID situation where most of the companies have given work from home for most of their employees, and people are working from home, which was never the case earlier. And when they were in office, you knew what to protect, how to protect, and what to do. But when they are working from home, the risk vector is completely changing. The threat landscape is completely changing. So, the company is relying on cybersecurity team and cybersecurity department to protect themselves for any of these attacks, which has been a new generation of attacks in the COVID situation. So that is another aspect which is increasing the importance of cybersecurity. You see the school and colleges which were not allowing mobile phone till yesterday, now running their online classes completely on mobile phone and tabs and all these things. So even there, the cybersecurity has taken so much importance now. So the increase of all these parameters and the surrounding around us is increasing the importance of cybersecurity in the world. Similarly, you see during this COVID lockdown, most of the people were ordering all the grocery or food or this thing online. The transaction has increased multifold. So how you protect all that? It all comes down to cybersecurity of the organization or the platform or the tool or app, and that is why it has becoming more and more important as a profession. Cybersecurity profession is a new, relatively new, I will say. It has gained importance in last couple of, I will say, a decade or so, 10 plus years. Before to that, cybersecurity was, one of the only tick marks where, a company will say, yes, we are doing this, but they may not be so, seriously taking it up. Because it is a relatively new stream of job, the getting resources or skilled resources, I will call, because getting resources is one thing, but getting a skilled resources is another thing. They are two different problems to solve for all the management. So uh, when this because it is a relatively new, not many people have ventured into this profession, and now suddenly they are feeling that there is a shortage of skill and shortage of manpower, and that is why it is a high paying job. So that is one of the reason for it. Now let's move to think through how internet has evolved. When internet was invented, it was not considered with the security. It was all to facilitate the communication, facilitate the data sharing, connect with others. The main motive or business motive was that, and not a security. So it was designed in that way, and you see the explode of social media, you see the explode of Twitter, Facebook, and other things where everybody is getting connected. Now due to various malicious actor playing a bigger role and doing wrong, all unwanted things, the security has started gaining momentum and people have started talking about it, which was not the case earlier. So if you see go in history, most of the evolution in the world has happened where security has been afterthought and not a part of the process or part of the invention. Let me take an example of car. When cars were invented, there was no airbag, there was no seat belt, and depend on how the adoption of car happened and what are the problems we faced, the security started coming into picture, and people started building seat belt, building airbags, better disc brake kind of stuff when the cars became more faster and more speedier. they wanted more better quality of breaks to stop it. So every evaluation is like this, where security comes into picture very later stage of the business. Business always goes with say that how I can do my business. How I can do a business safely. That safely comes later. So that is the normal trend we have seen in any of the evaluation. Take an example of online platforms. When earlier online transactions were only limited to credit card or debit card, one of the online platform had a snag in their online payment gateway, and suddenly that was a festival season, and they said that we cannot stop our business because of the payment gateway is not working. So what was the discussion? Discussion happened on a boardroom, and where the proposal was given by CFO saying that why don't we start cash on delivery option where people are ready to pay. Only thing is the gateway is having a problem, and that is a technology problem which is at our end and not at customer end. So immediately the cash on delivery option was all the orders were converted to cash on delivery, and that is how the business will run. So normally a business people will say danda should not stop. Danda must go on. Security will come and go. So companies will stay if there is a business. So that is why security now is getting importance, because it is a later stage and it is a very uh, uh, you know getting a niche skill where a lot of attacks are happening, a lot of breaches are happening, and the breaches are happening at a level where the company can go out of business. If you see the market cap of Equifax after the breach, the billions of dollar wiped out in market capital just because of one data breach. And you must have recently heard the news of Twitter hack, which was used by hackers for a Bitcoin gaining and all that. So recently, you must have heard also the Uber CISO has been charged with criminal complaint for cover up of a 57 million users data breach happened way back in 2016 at Uber for to mislead the federal investigation and federal commission. So keeping all this in mind, the cybersecurity is gaining a lot of momentum, and that is why it is one of the lucrative profession to adopt it. Now we should think through why this skill gap has happened, and how we can overcome this skill gap. So this the skill gap has happened because the security is not one of the topic which is taught in your curriculum or your graduation or your degree, the normal degree what you go for a computer science or anything like that. And uh, uh, we should definitely, some of the university has taken that as a important learning lesson, and they have started developing a curriculum or degree program which is hovering around information security and cyber security, and cyber security being one of the majors in their degree program. So it is a move which is good for industry, because but it may take 5 to 10 years to see the reflection of or reflect that on industry, because the first batch of that those degree holder will come somewhere in 3 4 years time, and not immediately. Now in immediate form, what Let's Upgrade is helping you is how to bridge this skill gap, and Let's Upgrade is giving you a free of cost some of this trainings, basic trainings, which can be cannot be achieved during the university degree program, because that takes a lot of time. It is a 4 years or 3 years degree program, which always going to take time to fill this gap, and that is where a platform like Let's Upgrade plays a crucial role, and they want to bring it up, profession in a uh, a shorter time and duration, and much larger scale. All these universities has very limited number of seats, and only a limited set of people can acquire that degree or skill. whereas Let's Upgrade kind of platform gives you a platform where you can sit at home and millions of people can get upgraded in a very short span of time, which will fill the skill gap. So that is one way of it. Another is you know you also need to understand that many platforms like a cyber range and this thing are coming up, which is giving you a practicing platform for hacking and ethical hacking and other stuff. It is a range where, like, a military has their firing ranges, correct, where they go and practice their firing practices and all that. Similarly, many platforms which are coming up for a cyber range, where they mimic the corporate world and they try to create a database server, normal server, or Apache or web server, and challenge you to go and hack them. So that gives a practical experience or exposure for you to learn few things which are, may not be possible in your degree program, because that is more like a bookish knowledge, or not a practical thing to do. And practical world is totally different than the what is been taught in colleges and in your curriculum. And whatever degree you can get, the practical experience cannot be replaced by that. The practical experience is always a paramount in most of this profession and learning of them. So that is my thought. And definitely all this has, uh, uh, the cyber world is very dangerous world, I will say. It has its own dark web. It has many people. You maybe go and read about Tor, the onion router, how it has given, people are using it. When internet was designed, Tor was never been in a picture, or never thought that people will try to attack each other. Now uh, it is only not people attacking each other, countries are attacking each other. And there are cyber security breaches which are sponsored by state. And many of the people feel that the next war is not going to happen on a land, or on a face to face fight, but it will be invisible fight on a cyber world. So that is why the cybersecurity is taking so much importance nowadays. Many governments are trying to build a program where they have a cyber army, or a specific team or department which will take care of cybersecurity for the nation safety. And so all these things are adding up, and that is why this particular job is becoming more and more prevalent, and more people want to adopt it. Um, and then one of the cause is, if you go back and ask anybody what is cybersecurity, they only talks about what is shown in Jazzy's English movies, or this thing that go and hack something or get out of this. But that is not only thing in cybersecurity. It is, a image which is created. If you Google it on a Google, what is cybersecurity, you will see there is a guy with hoodie and in corner of the room sitting and doing something on dark room. But that is not only the cybersecurity. You need to understand cybersecurity is much more and much bigger than that, and not only hacking and this thing, which is only a one part of the entire cybersecurity. So
Yeah.
keeping all this in mind, I that is you need to change your thought process, that cybersecurity doesn't ends with putting hoodie and sitting in dark room and doing some jazzy thing. It is not only that. It is much more than that. You have 8 to 10 domains, and the one of the other reason for skill gap is people are not investing time on learning this. They try. I get a lot of resumes where I see, the person has changed 3 jobs in 2 years, or 4 jobs in 3 years. So they know only bits and pieces of each of the security domain, and not in depth. If you really want to be a successful cybersecurity professional, my advice will be, you should spend a good quality of time. When I say good quality of time, it is minimum 3 to 4 years in a domain to understand completely in depth. You know each and every nuances of it, or most of them. and then try to change the job or change the role. The problem with the current generation is they get bored very fast. Within 6 months they say, I don't like this job, or I'm not, there is no kick in it, or there is no, interest I have. I want to do something else, and that is not going to help you in longer run. If you don't, if you become a jack of all and king of none, nobody is going to pay you high. You need to be good at one or two domains, at least three or four domains out of 8 to 10 domains, if you really want to become a CISO or CRO or head of the cybersecurity team. Because if you know only bits and pieces in all the domains, you will not be able to challenge somebody, and people will be, your subordinate will not be able to seek help from you, because you cannot guide them, because you don't have that depth in you. So it is always advised for all these new cybersecurity professionals who are coming up. Please spend a quality time in each of domain. Try to grab 3 4 domains based on your interest area. You are good in compliance or auditing, then go for compliance kind of role. If you are good in threat hunting or analytics mind, go in SIM or those kind of thing. If you are good at investigations and those kind of stuff, then go in forensics and investigation stream. If you know, if you are good in finding the solutions why this vulnerability exists, then go to for vulnerability management or vulnerability assessment. This thing. So similarly, many people I say they do a lot of bug bounty, which is another lucrative space for all the cybersecurity professionals. The reason being, many of the big companies like Google, Apple, Microsoft, they run bug bounty program where they reward a person who has identified some bug in their products or their tool or their any of the website or anything, and the reward can be as much as $100 to thousands of dollars. There are people who has been rewarded $5,000, $10,000 to find one bug, which is, but it is not so easy also to find that bug, because they have their well-laid process, and every product and everything undergoes through entire that chain of process, and it is a very time consuming, and a lot of efforts has to be put to find any bugs. And but it is as serious is the bug, the reward is as that much you will get out of it. So that is another area people should think through how it can be. And I visualize in the future, most of the people will not be having 9 to 5 job or a normal job, but it will be more like a gig economy where
Gig
skill set
economy.
based, skill set based. You will be hired and fired accordingly for each project or each type of work. And so the cyber defender who are planning to take cyber security as a profession, please be aware you should be on your toes all the time. You should be upgrading yourself all the time, because you need to defend at every time, but the attacker needs only one chance. One mistake
Hmm.
you make, and he's in, and he is able to, come inside and do havoc, whatever he wants to do. But you have to be right every time. He just needs to be right at one time. So that is the difference between a defender and the perpetrator or malicious actor. So to achieve that 100%, you need to be constantly upgrading yourself, adding those values, adding, learning all the nuances every day which is happening, the container, the dockers, the microsites, and all that. You have to keep updating yourself all the time. The cloud is playing a big role. Everything is moving to cloud. Once it is on cloud, the entire world can see your data, most of the cases, unless you are protected properly. And it doesn't take, if you just spin off a server in cloud and just wait for 3 minutes without any protection, you'll find thousands of people have tried to hack that server. That is the case, and that is the scenario in today's world. Sorry. So that is how people are waiting on an internet, which is a cyber wild world. WWW is called wild world, and cyber world is like a ABC. Always be careful. It is not so easy. Uh, we may call it ABC, but it is always be careful, and you need to be sure before you do anything there, or you need to think before you click anything. Phishing, spam, everything. Spam. When mails were invented, nobody thought that as today 55% of mails are spam mails, which is a
Yes,
huge minac, and which has pushed many companies to come up with the products or develop products which will filter out which is a spam and which is a genuine mail. So similarly, phishing, when mails were invented, nobody thought that people will be misusing like this to attack other users to get their credentials, or to commit a fraud, or get into a fraudulent activity. So it was many of this invention were not thought in a security paradigm uh, diagram, and they happened over a period of time. People learned, people understood what has happened across the thing, and that is why this security is afterthought, and it is getting plugged in now in most of the places. So
yes,
I stopped with that my view on cybersecurity, why that profession is lucrative and high paying jobs. I can take up a few questions, or we can discuss on something if somebody really
yes,
wants. Yeah, over to you, sir.
yep. So now, yes, yes, yes. Thanks a lot, sir. Like you have shared lot many of insights. I mean, like if at all, I have to sort of a few insights, right? First of all, the cloud is playing a huge role in terms of like all the systems getting transferred to cloud. So what is happening that even one instance you said, no, even 3 minutes you give a gap, 1,000 attacks will happen on your cloud without having any kind of layer of protection there. That's a huge thing. I mean, a company which is having a huge number of transactions happening day per second, maybe like hundreds and thousands of transactions happening. It's a huge number. I mean, like, I think so. Broadridge is using like these. I mean, like Broadridge may be having these all number of high level of transactions, right? Per minute, there may be a transaction of more than thousands and thousands and thousands. So, to protect our cloud server, maybe 100% Broadridge may be using cloud-based deployments, right, sir?
Yeah, we do use cloud.
Yes, yes. So now in this in this aspect of like what happens is when this cloud is being used, so if at all any single point of time a security layer is being like removed just in case, so they may be like people are just waiting for there to like attack onto the server and like say yes, all the data I need, I mean also like very important data. Okay, so that's the one point. Now second point is like Docker and Kubernetes you spoke about, sir. Like all the students maybe also be aware, not only the cybersecurity aspect, you also should be aware about the Docker and Kubernetes side of it. So that is one point, and at the same time, like cybersecurity war. I mean, you spoke about that one key aspect that now countries are developing its own like cyber security, like war guys, okay, army of cyber security people, so that they can protect their country from the other world. I mean, like Russia is like fully known. I mean, we know Russia from like that movies, nothing else. Like, movie mein Russian person is a hacker. That's how we know
Yeah,
that. But you are like now bring it up. Now, I think one more this Bangladesh had one more attack in
yeah.
their
Swift. That is Swift
yes,
attack, where 1 billion, close to $1 billion were transferred. But
yes,
yeah, so see, the criminals are becoming very smart. If you
yes,
see the
yes,
chronology of that incident, it has happened time when it is a weekend and US is holidaying, and
whole day.
Bangladesh. Yeah, so it happened Saturday, Friday night, and Saturday, Sunday is bank holiday in Bangladesh, and Monday is off in due to some holiday in US as well as in Bangladesh. So they got that extra time and to crack that, and I think one transaction went
Yes,
through
yes, yes. One of the
with some $91 million, but rest all when some
countries.
suspicious was raised because of that too hacker's mistake. He
Yeah,
put a wrong spelling of the company name,
yeah.
and that is raised the alarm in a
U.S.
one
Federal's.
of the US bank. Yeah,
Yeah,
US bank. and they said that it is not spelled like this. Why it is written like this? And that is when the transactions were stopped. It was a hacker's mistake and not a detective who detected it.
Yeah,
If he has not made that spelling mistake, it would have gone through without any issue.
$1 billion. It's a huge amount in like Bangladesh GDP. So that is, hey guys, I mean, every one of you just please look into that case study. Yeah, like just put it Bangladesh money, like what do you say, hack Bangladesh bank, the
Or
country hack.
Swift, or use a Swift attack, or Swift is
Yes,
a platform which is used by all the banks for international transactions,
international
and
transactions.
it has some vulnerabilities, and people are working on it. Similarly, all the cyber defenders or cyber security professional or enthusiast who wants to take this as a profession should definitely read all these case studies, the Twitter one, the Uber one, yeah, the Equifax, everything. You will get to know that a silliest mistake has led to such a big breach. It is not that you need AI ML to detect this. It is a silly mistake on somebody, JP Morgan. The server was lying somewhere unpatched, and that was hacked by a hacker to come inside and after that do whatever they wanted to do. So most of the big hacks, you will find the reason being very silly mistakes done at
Silly.
different levels. Yeah. So that is where
Yep. So
the process plays a very important role, where your processes should be robust, your processes should be up to date, changing or reviewed periodically with changing the business environment, changing the current scenarios. Like uh, I was referring to example, when people started working from home, you have to fine tune your policy accordingly. You have to fine tune your threat vector. You have to fine tune your use cases. How I will get alerted? Okay, if it is a VPN getting compromised, then
hmm.
how I will get alerted? Because most of the users are working from VPN now, and
Yep.
is if I you Google it, RDP or VPN is one of the biggest target now, because
Yes.
most of the
Yes.
people are working from home using VPN and taking RDP from the other system. So these are becoming more and more prevalent in all the attacks.
Yep.
Recently, you must have heard the ransomware attack on Cognizant,
Yes.
where
Yes. Yes.
which we impacted. So each of these attacks are playing a big role, and due to which a lot of trust is getting evaded. New customer, when they want to give you a business, they ask you that what did you do last time you had this breach? Now how you are protecting? Show me more evidences, or show me the proof that you are able to protect me now.
Yes, and these companies that they do a multi-billion dollar like business, so that these all the client side they want to like, I mean, be sure about like, okay, our data is never going to be breached out because this company is working with us. Okay, so that now someone is asking so one question. I just now saw that what is VPN? Okay, like, can you just describe them? What is VPN? It's virtual, yeah, private network, but yes,
It is it
yeah,
is a virtual private network. So it is creates an encrypted tunnel between your system and the corporate network, so that without that tunnel is formed, which is encrypted between your system and it is secured. Uh, you will not be able to do any work on a corporate network. So
yeah,
normally it has two-factor authentication also. One is you put the password, and you may have OTP or a VIP, the identity, which is soft token or something, where you have 6-digit number or 4-digit number which you need to enter along with password to form that tunnel. Without
yeah,
that secure tunnel, you will not be able to execute any work on a corporate network or a company's network.
yeah.
So that is how VPN.
Yes, so as sir mentioned it out, it's a tunnel which connects your I mean, like your official laptop, which is sitting in your particular home, to the corporate's server or the database which is there. That's the tunnel is like fully known as like that is done with the help of VPN, and it has like two-factor authentication as sir mentioned up. So now one more question is there, sir. What are the basic certificates one should start with? Now, as I can see, like you have done so many of certifications. So now, I mean, just to guide these all students, right? Sandeep, Sujit,
Yeah,
Deshpande is asking this. What are the basic certificate one should start with when he wants to go into cybersecurity field?
correct. So Sandeep and all the audience, I first, before going for a certification, before you need to understand what is your interest area. Based on that, the next step will be, if suppose I'm good at audit and compliance, or my thought is more towards criminal kind of thought, investigation or threat hunting, based on that, you should take a step. Initially, you can start with very basic certifications like Security Plus, Network Plus. These will give you network security, how it works, or the how the servers are configured and all that. So you start with Security Plus, Network Plus, those kind of certification, and then gradually you move to, if you are more interested in hacking and those things, then go for CEH kind of certification. If you are more into compliance and auditing, then go for ISO 27001. Or you're more interested in risk assessment, then you go for a 31,000 risk assessment kind of certification. So first start with the basic of a Security Plus, Network Plus, and gradually you increase yourself to the stream which you want to go for. See, there are two types of certification. One is vendor neutral, where vendor is not a party to it. Second is a vendor dependent, like AWS or Azure or Cisco. Now, it depends. So what type of experience you have? If you are working on networking, then better you go with a CCNA or Cisco kind of certification. If you are working on Azure cloud, then go for Azure certification. Or you want to understand whole what is the cloud, then CCSP can be, or CCSK can be a certification which is generic in nature and not a platform or vendor dependent. So
Okay.
you need to first understand the full concept of cloud first, and then go for whichever vendor you are working for, more granular in that.
Yep, sir.
I hope I
So
am able to answer that question.
yes, it is 100%, 100%. Now, I mean, first of all, guys, you all have to specify your interest level. Then you have to target the certification. It's not like that. I mean, what you say, these are the basic things you should go and do it. It's not like that. It's not for everyone. It uses the same thing. It is for you, as per your interest. You have to target it up. As sir mentioned it up, you can start from the like network plus, or like what we say security plus. These kind of like certifications first in the very prelim, and you understand where your interest lies in. Then there you pursue it further. So as you mentioned up, like Azure certification, if at all that company is using Azure, right? So Azure certification, and Azure also provides some kind of like cyber security oriented certification for the security part only.
So
Azure is
there are Azure has various certifications. One is, the one which will come is architecture solution. So
hmm,
if you are able to architect the solution properly and securely, then
hmm,
you are much better safe and much better against the security, the breaches and all that.
yeah.
So that architecting or solution architecting itself is a security. You consideration should be given in that.
Got it, 100%. So now we are having one more question here. What is SABSA certification and what is for meant for? SABS, I mean like
That
SABSA.
is a SABSA. Yeah, it is a SABSA. SABSA. SABSA is one of a body which has come up with enterprise architecture, where
Hmm.
you can design the enterprise architecture how it should be and what it should be. That is something similar to TOGAP. TOGAP, if you have heard, that is also enterprise architecture framework. So it is a
Hmm.
framework to design the enterprise architecture.
Got
SABSA,
it.
SABSA is similar.
Got it. Now, one question is Siddharth Adike is asking, can VPN be hidden from our ISP too? Yes, 100%, right? So, like VPN can be hidden from our ISP, right? I mean, whenever we are using VPNs, so they can actually be tracing packets like without the without the ISP
So
in between.
VPN is end-to-end encryption tunnel. Okay,
Yes, yes.
it starts from your workstation and it ends on your corporate server where you are getting authenticated. So ISP will not know exactly what is going inside that tunnel unless
Yes.
they have a hold of that encryption key or they are able to decrypt that tunnel.
Yep. 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 So okay now yes, one is sir, please share a cyber case investigation with us. I mean, like cyber case investigation. I mean, this is anything specific to the domain? Cyber case investigation. I mean, yep.
No, see, most of the companies will have various domain, means various teams inside their cybersecurity program. So there will be a team which will investigate any breaches or any
Okay, okay.
security incident which are happening,
Very corporate.
and yeah, so they will something similar. You must have heard in police there is a cyber cell, correct? If
Yes, yes,
any
yes.
fraud which is committed using technology, that case will not be investigated by normal police, but it will go to cyber police. And
Yes.
if you see in recent cases, the SSR so-called suicidal case, a lot of things are coming out from WhatsApp chat and other stuff. So
Yes.
those are done by normally forensic investigation, where they try to recover those data and recover those chats and do a forensic analysis of a mobile phone or laptop or hard drive or storage, and that is something similar. Every company will also have that kind of team or tools to do that.
Okay.
I
So
hope I'm
yes,
able to answer that.
100%. I agree that. Okay, that yes, yes, yes. Sir, like 100%. What we say, that's a kind of like internal team which detects all the what went wrong in that particular breach or like something. They just go behind it. Okay. So now one more
See,
question is here, sir.
they
Like,
are just to add to that. Sorry to interrupt you. See,
yes,
they
yes, yes.
most of the corporate also have a playbooks for all these kind of things. If suppose
Okay.
tomorrow my website is hacked, in
Hmm.
a playbook, every CXO or every senior management person will be given a responsibility, saying that
Hmm.
what he will do, what he will not do. If
Okay.
suppose my company's website is hacked and Times Now or Republic or journalist is calling me and asking, we heard that your website is hacked. What is your reaction? Will I be
Hmm.
able to answer it, or I am in position to answer it? No, correct. So
Yes.
that in that playbook, everything will be called out, saying that CEO should not respond, or he will consult with legal. Legal will frame the what needs to be said and what not to be said, and he is going to only utter that line of statement saying that we are investigating, we are engaged authorities, and we are trying to find how it has happened. So it will be always, dictated by the legal terms and conditions, saying that what I should say, what I should not say, or is I am eligible to say, or there is a separate team which manages my PR, public relationship. Will that team will respond to such news or such a allegation or such a report? So most of the companies, they develop that kind of playbooks for each of this role and each of type of incident. If I am attacked by ransomware, now what is
Hmm.
the action, or who is going to talk with
Hmm.
media, or who is going to talk to the client, saying
Hmm.
what has happened. So all that thing also plays a role
Yep.
in
Yep. Yep.
corporate work.
So now, sir. Okay. So like one Sujita is asking, like to wrap up, if you can again rephrase and mention how a fresher shall move in cybersecurity arena. Okay. So like, what are your few guidelines? I mean, like what we say, you can just guide them, right? Like as for guidance for the students. Like, okay, if at all you
For
want to,
freshers.
yes, for the freshers.
Okay. So for a fresher, first, uh, are you really interested in security? First, you should ask that question yourself. Uh, just because it is high paying job, don't choose as a profession if you are not liking it. Okay.
Hmm.
If you are liking it and you are ready to take that pressure, where you have to constantly upgrading yourself, constantly learning new things, constantly, waking up 12 in the midnight when some breaches happen. Are you ready for that, or are you looking for a government job 9 to 5? I want to come home and enjoy my family life. I don't want to spend restless nights or put a lot of efforts. I want to live a simple life. I don't want high pay job, but I want a peace of my mind. So first you identify that. Okay, once you are clear that yes, I'm ready to take this bumpy ride, which will be up and down, and then you next is which are the areas or domains which fascinates you. Read about that,
Hmm.
understand that. Is for example, nowadays you will see a lot of degrees like data science, AI, ML, all that is coming up as a degree course. But if you cannot visualize the data, or you cannot have that analysis kind of mind that I can show the data like this or that, maybe data science is not the stream for you.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
so you need to first understand for each of this stream what is my capacity, or is my bend of mind is accordingly or not.
Yep,
That
sir.
is,
Yep.
you can ask that question to yourself, and that will give you a good answer. Where I stand, I know that after 12th many students don't have still dilemma that what should I do. I am not clear. Is I should go in this.
70-80% of the students are in that dilemma. Now I should go for like technology.
No,
I should go.
I have example at my home. My son is just completed his 12th and is appearing for JE and all that. We are everyday topic in a family
Yeah.
discussion is that what do you want? What do you want? No, I don't know what I need to do. So see, once the person understand his weakness and strength, then it will be easy for him to build on those strengths. Play to that strength
Yep.
and not to, select something which is a weakness, because that is not going to give you success. Your strength will give you the success. So
Yep. Yep.
then do a basic understanding of all this domain. Read about it, join few forums, join few groups. On LinkedIn you have so many groups. There are so many WhatsApp or Telegram groups are there, where they discuss on CISSP certification, CISA, CSAM, PCI DSS, so many of this certification. Join them, listen to them. Privacy is another big domain. As soon as the privacy legislation is passed by Indian government, you see there will be a wave of openings in privacy area that can be lucrative at a time when as an early adopter or early professional in privacy area.
Hmm.
So decide how industry is moving, what new regulation will come, how it will help us in growing more rapidly, and based on that, you select that topic or that domain and that subject, and read about it more. Seek help from seniors, seek help from your parents, or somebody who that who is in that field. If you want, you please connect with me on LinkedIn. If you need some guidance, I'm ready to help. I'm ready to take you through. Uh, and then you gradually build onto it. The very important point is give time, give sufficient time to understand that subject or that domain or that topic. Don't jump like a monkey from one topic to another to another within 6 months, 9 months, saying that this is more, I don't like this, or this is not interesting, or this is not something
And
I'm looking for, and reach out to your manager for change of role. That is not going to help you,
yeah.
because without proper study, getting into some domain, and within 6 9 months jump into another domain, it is all going to hamper your career growth, hamper your professional growth.
Yes, and so one more like question I would like to take two questions. Then afterwards we'll end this. So one
Yep.
second question is Nishiket is asking, I'm working into financial auditing domain and planning to
Mhm.
go into IT auditing domain. Okay, appearing for CISA's
CISA,
exam
CISA.
or CISA exam. How can I
That
plan
is
my
a
career?
normal path. That is a normal path. A CA doing financial audit wants to do IT audit also. He will try and go. do CISA, which will again a auditor's choice certification, which will give you a technical knowledge about performing a technical audit. Yeah, that is a normal progression which every financial auditor try to do that, and I don't see any issue in that. Only piece of advice to him is read about technologies what you're auditing, because
Yeah.
see, if you don't understand what is a firewall, going in auditing firewall is, it is just a checkbox kind of task you will be doing. Instead
Yeah.
of that, understand how firewall works, then you will be more empowered to do the audit on firewall.
Yep. So got it. 100% got it. Now, so okay. After this, one more question. This is my personal, very, very big question, burning issue. I will ask you right now. That is what we now the second last. Now, right? It's 100% second last. It is like
Okay, I don't
after
have any, so I don't have any time limitations. I'm at home.
yeah.
It is a Sunday. I had my good breakfast, so I'm not in a hurry.
No,
So you
yes.
can take your time.
No, 100% agree, sir. But I will like continuously speaking, na, it actually drains a lot of energy. So that's what I'm like currently worried of, nothing else. Because you've been like talking for like last 53 minutes, and I'm like, okay. So now, yes. So it is after Corona, I mean, after this COVID goes away. So will there be good opportunities for cyber security for freshers? And this is one of the questions like, which is coming in like every time in the chat.
I completely understand this issue. Why people are asking this? Uh, every hiring manager is looking for an experienced guy. Nobody wants to invest on a fresher for a year or two to make him ready to deliver. The reason for it, uh, if I need to give a really practical problem or practical answer to this, in past many company tried this. The problem is the person learns for 1 year, he start getting ready to deliver something, he will find another job which is 50% high, and he will run away.
That's it.
So
Done.
who wants to invest on a candidate when they don't have loyalty? The
Yep.
new generation is very much not at all,
Got
in my view. Okay, this is my personal opinion. Please don't take me wrong. They don't have that thought. Ki, boss, this guy has invested 1 year and paid me for 1 year. It is my duty to deliver for next 2 to 3 years for him. He has
yes,
given me that chance. I need
100.
to be obliged to return it back. But this
Yes,
guy, just by getting 40-50% high, he will jump into another job.
hundred
So
percent, sir.
why manager like me wants to invest on a fresher when I know that after spending so much time, after investing so much for 1 year, he's going to run away because he don't have any loyalty to me.
Yep. 100% agree, sir. Like even in Let's Upgrade, right? Whenever we meet students, I tell them that okay, boss. Even if like managers are asking you for like experience, okay, and you literally want to get into that job role, so what you should be doing, the ideal way. I mean, like, please correct me, sir, if I'm wrong. So the ideal way should be okay. You want to get into that. Practice it so much, in and out, practice it so much, like what company requires. For example, I will be like giving a classic case of blockchain. Okay, so if a manager requires you to be skilled in blockchain, if he's asking for experience, he's not asking for experience working in a company or like in that. He wants you an experience in the project. Okay, so work on a project, deploy that project, show that project, sir, I have done it. Ask me anything out of it. Okay, and I will be able to answer you that. Now I want this job role in your company. So will I be eligible for that? So that would be sounding more what we say, more
No,
appealing to manager. Yep.
that that is really a good approach, but the problem is the corporate world also is a party to this issue. One,
Yes.
they put a job description where they say you should know this, you should know that. Boss, by seeing that laundry list, who is going to apply for a job? You are saying 3 to 5 years experience, should know ISO 27001, should be CISA, should be CISSP. 3 to 5 years, if he can achieve all this, why he will come here? He will start
Yes.
his own startup or company,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Or he may be hired by a very top-notch company. So please
Yep.
understand that it is the corporate also needs to correct themselves. They should know which job needs what experience, what type of skill set, instead of putting all laundry list of 20 things that the person should know these, and the person who knows one or two missing two or three things will not ever apply, saying that, oh, I don't match with this requirement.
So I will not even go there. So like we are
Yeah.
missing out on candidates. Yep, yep, yep.
Yeah, so
100.
even corporate has played their role in spoiling this environment, because everybody wants everything. That is not
Every
practically
agree.
possible.
Yep,
They
yep, yep.
they and corporate also, not many corporate has a specific uh, roadmap saying that if I bring an analyst, cyber security analyst, what I will do with him for over a 5 year period of time, where he will
Yep,
reach or what he will do after 5 years.
yep, yep.
That also is not matured, because it is a new stream, new job roles and new profession. So over a period of time, that will also get streamlined, saying that this is the path for a security analyst to reach to the CISO level or to
Yes,
this level, which will take time, because it is a new field and new area.
yes.
uh, at the same time, upfront you go and tell the person, saying that I give a commitment, I will not leave you for 4 years. The
That's it.
hiring manager will be happy to onboard you,
Yep.
and keep, write that bond here, saying that
Yes,
4 years
yes,
I'm not leaving.
yes, yes.
Not on a paper
Yes,
nobody cares, correct? It is hardly a matter of money. uh,
yes,
any bond can be broke if you pay penalty.
yes.
So write it here, and that is why when you will build that trust with your hiring manager, and he will give you more challenges.
100%, 100% accurate.
When I
Now,
interview
like
a
one last.
candidate, I asked,
Yes, sir.
one of when I hire a
Yes.
candidate, I ask this question very bluntly: what is your commitment to me if I hire you? Most of they are clueless.
Yep.
They don't have anything. They don't even say that I give a commitment. You, if you give me a good role and good thing, I will not leave you for next 3 years.
Yep. 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 100%.
Which
That's the.
which is which is a big issue. People don't have that. That is why everybody looks for a senior person or experienced person, and not don't want to give a opportunity to the newcomer or
Yep.
fresher.
Yep. 100% agree. So 100% agree. Like I mean, like even freshers are like, yes, I need a job role, but what exactly the recruiting manager or the manager, the boss is looking at, they don't even think, okay, I know this thing, I need a job. I'm like, okay, but what is that they are asking for? You should be also doing a homework. Okay. So yep. So now one final question. One more thing before going to the final question. We started this stream with 26 students watching us. Okay, now currently it is like more than 90 students watching us. Okay, it's like gradually increasing. And what happens when we go to a college and all, people will be sitting and like, okay, when this person is going on, but this chat is it is different. Okay, and in YouTube world, right? So what happens is it's up to the students that they want to watch it, yes or no. There, and still, I mean, having these many of audience live and like they are watching it, so it's a huge thing. It's a huge thing for that speaks like that speaks the knowledge they are gaining out of this whole. So thanks a lot, sir, for that. Okay, now, like moving on to the final question, sir. Lucifer is asking this even after the domain being registered. For example, LetsUpgrade.in being registered, we send like emails, transactional emails to people. Okay, why are emails to get into spam? Okay, we are sending something of like quality to the candidate, but our emails are going to spam. Actually, I'm facing this issue right now with me. I'm like,
So
why not?
you need to understand how email is categorized as a spam. That art of that, or the background, how that mail is considered as spam. Okay. Now, any spam solution which detects this as a spam has a few rules which are configured in the background, which
Yes.
scrutinize each mail. Okay, it can be a volume of emails sent by
Hmm.
one ID in a short span of time. That can
Hmm.
be one of the parameter in that rule.
Hmm.
Second is how many people click that this is unwanted, or I
Okay.
want to unsubscribe, or
Hmm.
this is not required.
Hmm. Hmm.
Correct. Normally in Gmail or Yahoo, you see that there is where you can rate saying that it is a spam or it is not asked by me. You know
Yes.
how many, if you send 100 mails and 90 people mark you as a saying that this is spam, the spam filter is going to detect that as a spam next time onwards.
Yep.
So you need to understand the art behind why the mail is getting marked as a spam.
Hmm.
It can be a number of mails sent on a short span of time. It
Hmm.
can be a people who are voting you saying that this is a spam. Okay, it can be some link which is you are embedding that is redirecting to somebody else, which spam filter sees that it is a malicious thing because
Hmm.
uh, you're showing something and directing something else.
Ha.
It is a the link is seen as a abc.com, but you're directing to xyz. So that
Yes.
also the spam filter will detect that as a malicious content. So based on all these various rules and put in any of this spam tool or spam detector tool, based on that your your mail will go to spam or junk folder or whatever.
Yes. Actually,
They
I'm
they
myself facing this problem.
for for
Yeah.
that your student has to mark your email ID as a safe. Saying that mark as a safe, or in various tool or various different product there are various ways to mark that, add it to whitelist or something like that. They need to add saying that I trust this ID, and any mail coming after this should be coming to my inbox and not going to spam.
Yep.
So
Yep.
this setting they have to do it at their end.
Yep. 100%. So this is okay. So very okay, guys. Now, please, I mean, start your what we say out of like 1 to 5. Like you, I think you all have loved the session. That's why you all are being here till now. And everyone, without asking, they are not telling us all the reviews. They are like very good sessions. Thanks a lot. I mean, like that's what the chat is now reading here. So you can actually have a look at it. So yeah. Okay, so this is what our whole session was, and now to summarize, like why I mean, if I'll summarize this whole session, like why cybersecurity as a profession is paying this much high from like Ajay sir's whole this talk. It is like first of all, like the cybersecurity guys has to be on their toes every point of time. They have to like accept that what we say factor in their life that I need to be 24/7 like an army person ready for my this organization. So that's the number one rule. And second is like they have to keep on updating themselves all the trends, not only the cyber security trends also, but the other recent developments happening in the IT field, regardless of cyber security as a concern. I mean, like maybe blockchain can blockchain be used in our in our world, in our organization? That can be also okay. We need to go and assess that. Okay, and in AI ML, what are maybe the algorithms we can implement in our what we say field so that it grows more? So highly, like what is it, highly every point of time we should be keep on upgrading our knowledge regardless of what we say, regardless of our domain. Okay, regardless of our domain of like cyber security, like it may be any other domains which may be affecting us, we need to be knowing about it A to Z. Okay, and the third point which I have learned is like these cyber security people have to be like what we say very much geared up 365 days, 360-degree, 24/7. They all have to be geared up. Okay, they have to protect them every layer. Even one point will be like one small access we gave, like some one loophole we just kept it live, it will be like breached out. So they're just
They
waiting
have to
for.
be 100 accurate at 100% times, and the perpetrator is only need one hit, one success. After
Yes.
100 attempt, only one is enough for him.
Yes, and one more thing, sir. It is like ABC you have mentioned. Always be careful. That's the one secret mantra I think, which I mean, like you have shared up right now. ABC stands for always be careful. I like, oh wow, ABC stands for like always be careful. So this is one more point. And apart from that, these all like different kinds of attacks. Now being these all the hackers being like so much of smart day by day. So these people have, I mean, even the cybersecurity guys have to become like that, match that level or like one level apart from that. So that's the race. That's the race between those guys and us. That's the one more why I mean cybersecurity guys are getting paid so much. And to like sum up, like how freshers can land into jobs of like cybersecurity. What I understood today is there are so many certifications in this field, so many certifications, but we need to finalize as what is my core interest as a fresher. what is my core interest. After understanding what is my core interest, how I can get that, I can just go and read tons of blogs which are there. Okay, so, and any of the blogs which you can specify, I mean, like this, okay, this is the blog point which you should go and follow, or this is a article, this is the place where you should go and follow, something like that is there.
No, there are many like Isaka's gives the CISA certification, their
Hmm.
platform, or ISC Square who gives the CISSP certification. So
Hmm.
any of these, platform independent or industry independent bodies, you start subscribing to their newsletters, their blogs and all that, and podcast and those things. That should be good enough
Yeah.
to start with.
Okay, so now we should be like first going and learning about these all different fields which are there in the market for how a cybersecurity guy is actually functioning. First, we should know that. Then afterward, we should be like able to, yes, now this is the path I should be. This is the goal where I should be ending up, and then plan for the certification. It's not like that. Okay, I just asked somewhere and I took certifications and I just did that, and now I'm waiting for like my job. It doesn't work like that, guys. What I've understood right now. And one more thing, as a fresher, what you need to give is like you need to give a commitment to the company. You should go and upfront say that you take me, I will be with you for like 2 3 years, and you should be taking that risk because you want that job. Like you are in the first needy place. Second, even the corporates need you. Just make sure that you are going and speaking. Skills are there. Skills everyone will get to the table. But apart from skills, what you can get extra to the table is that your commitment towards that organization. So that is what Sir have shared today. And apart from that, even Sir had mentioned up this point of cyber war and cyber army, which I mean all the countries are like looking towards, and there are so many of the private sector jobs in like cybersecurity which are gonna come up in after the COVID world. Okay, so you all have to be prepared for that, and it's going to be an amazing opportunity for all the students, not only the current Let's Upgraders whom we are having, but also the students who will be coming up later, like seeing this video. That is like you all have to be like prepared and for this after the COVID world, not only the COVID world, like after this 2020 or like in this mid while of 2020, everything is going to be like change in terms of cyber security because everyone is working from the home, and the working from home option is not going to go away anywhere. It is going to stay with us because we have understood that okay, we can work more productively when we are working from home. Okay, so that is one point which every like few of the like 60 70% of the job roles have understood that, and even corporates will be looking at that option in terms of cost cutting their own things. Okay, cost cutting their office expense and all, so they can spend more on the quality of the customer rather than spending upon the infra of their own. So that's the one way to look at it. So that's why because of work from home increasing 100%, the cybersecurity world will be increasing more and more. Please be prepared, learn more, upgrade more. You guys are having no, I mean, clue as of right now that where it going to be. Okay, where which kind of level it's going to pay off. Okay, so that's the thing, and learn all the things. Don't jump off. Don't be jack off all trades. Just be like what is a master of one, and like learn all the things. Just master yourself into every skill set which you get into. So that's the one of the biggest aspect which Sir had mentioned up today, because you can jump from one company to other, but that jumping from one company to other will not make you master, or like jumping from one project to other will not make you master. Just understand everything. That's the point which Sir had mentioned. So yep, so this is what I have fully like made a notes out of like your whole session, and that's what my whole notes makes me that yes, this is what it is all. And yep. So thanks a lot, sir. Thanks a lot for being with us and sharing your knowledge. You being at such a highest level of senior vice president at Broadridge, you have just thought of like, okay, I'll interact with students and all these like 80 and 90 students who saw it right now in the live. Okay, so you will see that it will like 10 times it will go up in like 1 week. Okay, you just come back. Like this is what the knowledge we are imparting into the society. Thanks a lot for being here along with us, and thanks for like helping and being one of the initiative person of upgrading this 10 million people for Indian IT space. Thanks a lot for that, and we will 100% we call you back again and again, so that's going to be there. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity. And I wish best of luck to all the cyber warrior who wants to take cyber security as their career. And please do reach out if you need any help. I'm ready to help in whatever way I can do that. And appreciate everybody. Thank you. Thanks for your time.
So now it is like they are all mentioning up in the chat right now. You can just go and see the chat. These all guys are like completely putting, sir, thanks a lot. We want you again live one more time and all. That's the whole thing these guys are mentioning. But yeah, 100%. So uh, we will be 100% like being interactive with you. We are thinking to organize a hackathon very soon. In that hackathon, in the project building sessions and all, we will 100% have you as one of our judges there, guests. We will invite you there, and we will 100% continue it up. Okay, so I will end this YouTube live, and I will be just there for 5 minutes, sir. I'll end the
Okay,
YouTube, and I'll just come back here. Okay, guys.
sure.
So every one of you, all the students. So bye bye. Take care. Have a nice day. I hope that every one of you had got lots of tons and tons of knowledge in this. So thanks a lot. I mean, just a bit thanks to Ajay sir. So for his valuable time and like spending his 1 hour of time apart from family on Sundays, because even Sundays sir is not having that peace of mind because he has to take care of so many things in cyber world. Okay, so thanks a lot, sir, and from the whole students community, I'm mentioning it up. And yeah, okay, guys. Now, bye bye. Take care. Have a nice day. And I'm ending up the YouTube live right now. And we will be meeting in our further sessions today evening 7 p.m. We are having a session with Binay Gupta, sir. I think today's topics are more to do with ethical hacking. So just please be there 7 p.m. today. And bye, guys. Take care. Have a nice day.